take us through the steps of innovation that got you to the working prototype.
At the very beginning, we looked at what are the methods to take solar energy and convert it to electricity. Well, we looked at different types of substances, new materials. We looked at Stirling engines. We looked at all types of heat engines. We concluded fundamentally that if you want to convert solar energy on a large scale at low cost, you have to concentrate the sunlight. And concentrating means mirrors or lenses. So if you're going to use mirrors and lenses, how do you use them cost effectively? And it would be very easy if the Earth weren't turning. It's because the Earth is turning that the sun is moving. That means you have to track the sun to concentrate the sunlight. Well, if you could come up with some kind of magical concentrator that could actually concentrate sunlight but not have to move, that would be a breakthrough. So we went on a long research effort to figure out some shape that we even used genetic algorithms to explore that shape, to find a shape that could concentrate sunlight for some portion of the day without any moving parts. Once we concluded that we could not concentrate the sunlight for enough hours of the day with no moving parts, we then set out to say, how can you concentrate the sunlight most cost effectively with moving parts? And the conclusion was small moving parts mass produced. And here are two critical insights that we had. The first one was, if something is smaller than a shipping container, smaller than the 88 inches of the mouth of a shipping container, it can be made in a factory, mass produced. If it's larger than the mouth of a shipping container, it must be welded in the field and produced slowly. And everybody else up to that point, when we started exploring this, had made heliostats, solar tracking things, that are larger than a shipping container and thus have to be constructed at the field with union labor. By making everything smaller than the 88 inches, we can make it in a factory with robotic labor. And that has a dramatic price reduction. It means you have to make more smaller things, but you can make them so much more efficiently, it more than offsets the cost of having to ship it and transport it. So that was one critical thing we discovered.
And what was the second one?
The second one was you have to make 1 million of something. Not only do you have to make it small enough so you can make it at a factory, but you got to make 1 million. Anytime you make small production runs, you are paying for a different style of manufacture that's never going to get you close to the cost of the raw materials. And if you want to be competing in solar energy, you're not competing on fashion. You can't make a dress that's prettier and people pay a premium for it because of its prettiness. Or you can't even make an iPhone that has a feature that you'll pay a premium for over some competing cell phone. You're competing against raw materials of burning fossil fuels. So you have to get the cost of your product very, very close to the raw materials that you are going to use, and the only way to do that is to make more than 1 million of them, because you have to have the efficiency of flow-through production to drive close to the raw material cost. And that insight led us to, let's make more smaller things rather than a few bigger things, and that has really paid off for us.